You want to experience the food from all over the world, even though traveling isn't possible at the moment? Stay tuned because I may can help you. Hey my friend, since traveling wasn't really a thing for me in the last year, me and my flatmates, we decided to just cook a country every Sunday night to just get a bit of this travel feeling. Because, let's be honest, one of the best parts of traveling is trying out new food in foreign countries, and it's also yummy. So maybe this can help as an inspiration for you to bring back travel to your home. So we actually did not only just cook food like appetizer, main dish and dessert, and also sometimes the drinks to it. We actually listened to a playlist of those countries' typical songs to really get in the mood and get the most authentic feeling. And I linked all of them down there in the description box so you can just listen to them on Spotify. So before we start, a little disclaimer. This is by far not the same experience as you would have if you actually travel to those countries. Of course, we just typed in typical recipes of this specific country and it won't be tasting the same, and of course the information and recipes I provide here probably are not the best or most accurate, so I really hope you don't feel offended if I talk something about your country that is not true or I didn't mention your favorite recipe. But if I did, please let me know in the comments down below so I can do it better next time. Also, I'm always looking for new inspiration for food I can cook, so please let me know in the comments down there where you're coming from and what's your favorite dish from your home country. Overall, this helps to heal the wanderlust a little bit and also gets you excited for new countries you maybe haven't even on your radar before. So, let's go! We started our trip in Switzerland. Because it was super cold, we decided to cook raclette. Well, let's say cooking maybe is a bit overrated in this case, but it's basically cheese and everything you like to be covered in cheese. So, any more questions? Did you know that cheese melting was already known in the valleys in 1574? The cheese was officially called raclette in 1874. Raclette was derived from the word racler and means something like scrape in a local French dialect. Scraping for the reason that after the cheese melted over the fire, it is gently scraped from the cheese wheel. And we didn't scrap here, but it was still super delicious. So, next stop on our list was Mexico. Mexican food has been around for thousands of years. The earliest traces of Mexican dishes are 9,000 years old and date from the Mayan times. It was around this time that people began growing corn and introducing it as a staple in the Mesoamerican diet. The influence of the differences in climate and agriculture across the country, the Spanish conquerors, and the proximity to the US made Mexican food what it is today. So what we had as our Mexican food experience was sopa azteca as an appetizer, then we had arroz con frijoles, hope I pronounce that correctly, which is basically rice with beans. We had hojata as a drink, and we had enchiladas with vegan minced filling. Oh my god, it was so good. So, heading back to Europe, just in time for Valentine's Day, we cooked in France. This has been considered the most influential regional cuisine in Europe since early modern times. The so-called haute cuisine originated in the 19th century and developed into French national cuisine. French cuisine is world famous for both its quality and its versatility. But since we are no real chefs of la haute cuisine, we basically just made Valentine's cookies as well as mini quiches as an appetizer. Then we had a tarte flambée, oh my god, so good. And as a dessert we had mousse au chocolat. From haute cuisine to Asian street food across the world to Thailand. Thai cuisine is a mixture of Chinese, Indian and European influences that have been fused into a national cuisine over the centuries. Originally, the cuisine of Thailand was shaped by water. Mainly rice, aquatic animals and aquatic plants were served. There were changes in cooking habits as a result of both Chinese and Indian influences, and from the 17th century onwards, influences from Europe, like for example, chilies were introduced to Thailand by Portuguese missionaries. Our culinary experience from Thailand were vegan red Thai coconut soup, Thai summer rolls, and as a dessert we had sticky rice with mango. We also planned to do pad Thai, but it was already so much and we had pad Thai just a few weeks before. And so we thought we'd try out something else, but pad Thai will always be my most favorite Thai dish. Our next stop was Morocco, because the world meets in the kitchens of Morocco. Almost anything is possible there. Arabic traditions mixed with Berber, therefore represented in many variations throughout the Maghreb region, as far as Tunisia. Moroccan cuisine is rich and refined at the same time, and rightly known around the world for its colors, tastes and the use of spices. What we had was first a Moroccan orange salad with pomegranate, then we had a vegan Moroccan bowl as well as basbousa, and finished it off with an Arabic style semolina cake. Oh my god, also so delicious. I know I say this after every country, but it's just all so good. After Morocco, we went to Greece. The Greek cuisine is part of the Mediterranean cuisine and it has its origins in the ancient age and can clearly be traced back to Byzantine times. Due to the geographic of the country between west and east and its proximity to the Balkans and Orient, various influences have found their way into Greek cuisine. What we had for our Greek dinner was a Greek salad as an appetizer, then we had spanakopita and a self-made Greek yogurt as a dessert, all aside with filled wine leaves. So good. Our next and final stop was Poland. Polish cuisine is more rustic and heavy. Due to Poland's eventful history and the location of the country, it is influenced by many cultures, cooking and eating habits. In the Polish cuisine, one can find influences of the German, Lithuanian, Ukrainian, Czech, Slovak, Belarusian, Jewish, Austro-Hungarian and even Italian cuisine. Poland is still a country of meat eaters and world leader when it comes to meat consumption. Polish sausages and sausage products are also very popular known across national borders. We actually decided to make a vegetarian approach instead. I will actually let Google pronounce it for you because no clue how to. So we had
bigos,
we had
gołąbki,
which is basically a Polish cabbage roll. We had
salatka z jarzyn z majonezem,
which is a Polish veggie salad with mayo. And we had
placki ziemniaczane,
which is potato pancakes. And we had pierogi. Yeah, we bought them in a mixed market. I don't know how it is in other countries, but in Germany we have those mixed markets, which are basically supermarkets for like more East European food, like also Polish, Russian food, and also South Korean. I didn't know any of this because it was the first time I ever went to one of those markets for buying food for the Polish dinner night. And I was so impressed. It reminded me a lot of the time when I was in Russia, of the food we had there. You could all buy it there and it was just really nice experience. I can only recommend going there. So those were the countries we cooked over the last weeks and months, and I really hope those countries can be part of my trip around the world, because if I wasn't convinced to go there before, now I am definitely convinced, because all the food was so delicious, and knowing that the food there will be even better, oh my god, I want to go right now. that was it for me. I really hope you like this video. It may be an inspiration, and to let us all know where you're coming from and what is your favorite dish, so we can all cook together until we can travel again. So until next time, stay tuned, stay curious, and stay creative, my friend.